We love our serious.
Look at guys.
From cereal to serious.
Good one. All right. Is there a snake among the retro community? And to clarify, it's not like saying there's a snake, but is there someone out there trying to attack stores personally to gain something? There's
been some comments because there has been a lot of theft in stores. Ellie, obviously we are here, so we'd love to talk about it with you. You've had break-ins. There was buzz even between us, joking, obviously not making light of a very serious situation, but is there someone who's a snake in this community who's
knows
on the inside that keeps going to these stores and making chums with people and finding out whatever, maybe times to go break in or this or that. It was kind of a lighthearted conversation between us, but it was also could there possibly be, which we can get to that. But first I'd like to hear, have you had more than one break-in?
One big break-in and one failed attempt.
Okay.
So
I'd love to hear big break-in first.
Big break-in happened at our LA store, Echo Park location, right in front of the Dodger Stadium. So right down Sunset Boulevard and Ben Scully. They're basically where the main entrance.
Ben Scully,
yeah, man. They broke through a 3-door system that I had. Roll-up door.
Oh.
The side skirts, which is the metal one, and then my main door.
Yo,
wow.
And, chain, padlocks, thick padlocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They had all that time to break in, At the same time, I'm pretty sure they've been to the store, looking around, cameras, alarm system, and anything else. But I'm pretty sure it was not their first rodeo because they did a great job breaking in because I was not aware.
Dang. That's insane that they got through all that stuff.
Yeah.
You're on a busy street there, too.
And also, too, there's the lights there in the night where they go inside the stucco.
Yeah.
They spray painted that. Very
so it was
smart.
very, very planned out.
Yeah.
And how did they get through, cut through all the metal to get in? How did they do it?
So, I do a lot of construction, right? And so I'm always looking at tools and stuff. There's these latches that go on top of the roll-up gate, right? Where you kind of need, I guess if you're not trying to make noise, you probably need a laser cutter to do it. I don't know what they used, but when you look at the latches, it was split in half, like butter.
Yeah.
So when I look at it, I was like, how is this possible? Because you would need a grinder, right? And the grinder would make a lot of noise. Or something else, but when you look at the latches, they were just split in half.
Dang.
Like a heat cut almost.
Yeah, like a heat gun or I don't know. I have no idea. Because when I started doing my own investigation, because I was like, all right, if I wanted to rob this place, how would I get in? First I'll be paranoid, right? And I'll be making noise, but there was no witnesses. There was a bunch of apartments there. No one heard anything.
Wow.
So I was just like, okay, so what machinery did they use to not make noise?
Friggin'
Because you would
11.
need to make noise in order to break in.
Could it have been go ahead, Rick.
Because you're close to the Dodger Stadium, right? Pretty close
Literally,
to it?
Go walk up the hill. Yeah, it's right
was there a game that night or something? That maybe the crowd walked by or something?
No, nothing.
Dang.
Could they have used a torch?
I have no idea, man.
How much money did you lose?
Can't say, but it was a lot.
Okay.
It was a lot for me to close the store that same day.
You never reopened?
Never reopened for multiple reasons, besides all the theft that they took. A lot of property damage, for the doors.
Yeah.
And practically all my cabinets, man, all glasses everywhere.
They just smashed and...
Yeah, and then, besides the inventory, they took my my expensive speakers that I had there, my register, my laptop, Pokemon cards.
So they were making trips in and out.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
And I don't know how long they were in there, because remember, they cut off everything. So I have evidence of them stealing, but I don't know what they took, because it was so much emptiness inside the store.
You know what's weird is we have such a big community around here that someone you would think someone would have hey, I just bought this giant lot, someone would have brought at least something up.
Yeah, I don't know, man, but that day I was just like, you know what? I don't trust this area. It is Echo Park. There is a lot of activity
Echo
going
Park
on.
Is pretty
so maybe I should have thought about it better, open up a store there. But I was like, hey, you know what? Let's try it here in LA because it was a random opportunity that came up accidentally, actually. And I guess it backfired on me.
How did it work out with insurance? Did insurance cover most of that?
For property damages, yeah.
That's it, not inventory?
Not inventory because mainly for the Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards are not traceable. They have no barcodes. They don't.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
If I tell insurance, they sold $1,000 Charizard. All right, where's your invoices? Where's your receipt from 1999 or something?
Yeah, and cash trades and
Yeah.
all that. Other
Yeah, that's one of the problems with the stores because I've had a break-in where somebody actually broke through the front door, and I did actually get a reimbursement on some of the inventory. I had to kind of just come up with a number.
Yeah.
But it was very, very difficult because you don't have everything written down necessarily what was taken,
I think because I made some report, but then after that I never really followed up with it because I was just like let me give you a time frame. So remember going back to Santa Clarita, I closed that down December 2021, right? So that was already bad for me. I was already heartbroken,
Yikes.
and the break-in happened June 2022. So 6 months later. So you can understand my
Heart.
yeah. So at that
I talked
point,
to you that day. I remember.
Yeah. I was just like, damn, we went from bad to worse in 6 months.
There's never been like a lead on who or how or.
No, because I think at that point I was just probably didn't care anymore. I just wanted to move on and just go to my house and just chill my game.
I hate that feeling though, man. I
Yeah.
hate justice not being served.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was. Yeah, we couldn't do anything about it, man. And
Wow.
I just kind of let it go because it just hurts. Like I guess I had a bad year and it hurts so much, So, but yeah. But we did get some. I never asked for this. I swear I never did. I just wanted to be left alone. But we did get some donations from the community. I swear I did not want it. I didn't ask no one's help.
We know your heart. You don't have to justify
But,
yourself
you know,
here.
Yeah.
that kind of put it, a little tear in my eye,
Yeah.
just like, damn, we actually do care.
Yeah.
So,
People care. I mean, you guys are a staple down here.
yeah.
You
But
guys are a staple store.
that hurt, man. I'm not gonna lie, that hurt. So,
Do you think there was ever any correlation between that one and what happened? I know it's years later, but when it happened, the other break-in that you had, well, it was the same night as the Retro Respawn one, right? So
Yeah.
that's clearly those two are connected.
There was
Yeah,
two in one
and-
night,
yeah,
correct?
actually, the night before, I think that same dude was at a store in Whittier because some store owner, he has a collectible store in Whittier,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Yo, bro, that guy is literally wearing the same outfit as Retro Respawn and my failed attempt." Because when I was looking at the video, it was like cargo pants, black shirt, and when you look at the guy from Whittier, he took screenshots in exact same outfit. It's weird. Why would you wear this?
Explain it for the audience who doesn't know, because a lot of people might not know who Retro Respawn is. What happened? We were saying with the story in two instances in one day.
Yeah, so I want to say the time frame was probably like 1:40 in the morning. This dude tried to break into my front door. My alarm system went on. He got scared, so he drove off. Right, he's gone. And I would say a few hours later, he went to Retro Respawn, probably after 3 a.m., and he broke into the side and broke the drywall. And so he basically hopped over, and he was in there for a while. And yeah, man, he stole a bunch of stuff. And Dylan used to work for me at Game Tower, funny enough. And he was supposed to open Game Tower 4 at the time, but obviously COVID. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know what COVID was going to be.
Yeah.
He even though he went his way, we were still like partners. You know,
Yeah.
like we didn't see,
No beef or nothing.
no beef,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
competition, right? So, and plus he always helped me out with inventory.
Yeah,
helped me
he's
out.
been great. I bought a lot of actually high-end
Yeah,
stuff.
like, we do a lot of like trading and stuff like that. So, and we always support each other. But man, when he got broken into, I know that feeling, man. And it just reminded me of LA. And I remember calling him that morning. I actually went to the store that morning. Yeah, man, it sucks.
That sucks.
So did you guys ever identify from that picture you mentioned of the other place, like with the cargo pants, who it might have been?
There was other people that said that they knew who they were, But we didn't want to disclose that yet because if you don't have concrete evidence, like saying not pointing you out, Ricky, but if Ricky didn't do it,
But you pointed out.
Saying Ricky's got cargo shorts on over
I'm the
there.
only brown guy
It's just
here.
like the method.
you have
Saying they're on
you
to
really
me.
need to give out a description
Yeah.
of the person because now it's a false accusation, right?
Yeah.
And then they could come after you and sue you, and that just causes a whole.
What is it?
So you guys remember like when there's like cameras for tickets, right? When they would take photos as you were crossing an intersection.
Yep.
If someone
Yeah.
just blurred their face, they could say that wasn't me.
Exactly.
And get out of the ticket. That's kind of the similar aspect of that. Is like you can't
Yeah.
identify the face.
Yeah, and then
It's
with
not
these new
concrete.
like California laws,
Oh, don't even get me
Yeah.
started.
like
Don't even get me started.
bro, you're literally
You're asking people to
you're
steal.
telling people to steal.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like you can go to an Apple store
Yep.
on a Sunday afternoon
Yep.
with I don't know hundreds of people inside the store and just start stealing phones and
Legally.
yeah,
Because you literally cannot be prosecuted.
you cannot touch them
Yep.
because then you can sue them after, and then they steal thousands of
If it's under
electronics.
1,000, they don't get anything, right?
yeah.
No
Or
conviction.
900
And,
bucks.
I'll be 100% honest. I wouldn't care if they got shot right when they walked out the store.
Well, I am one of those people that I definitely love instant karma, justice.
so
Yeah,
good.
no, I
It's
mean-
it's a very satisfying thing to watch when you. But I have noticed an uptick of regular people like us being pissed.
Yeah.
Like maybe like 2 years ago there was a million videos of people just hey look at these people stealing at Walmart.
Yeah.
And now there's a decent uptick, or maybe it's just part of my algorithm now where I see
Yeah.
some guy who's just sick of it and he goes and grabs him by the neck and throws him to the ground and takes their cart and kicks him on the ground. I'm like
no, trust me, you think of the most like evil things you want to do.
yeah absolutely.
But the thing is, you don't know who it is, though.
Yeah.
That's the problem, you
Yeah.
know? And, like, cops could come over, you make your report. You think the cops care?
Yeah.
No, they don't spend much time on
You
these
really
at
think
all.
if it's not a murder, man,
No.
they don't care that
Well,
they
especially, I mean, not to be, but depending
Yeah.
what area you're in, they got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
Right? It'd be a different story if you're in Newport Beach and they're like, okay, I guess we're, it's
gotta
kind
They
do
of
something
probably
about it.
dealt
Yeah.
with 5 break-ins that week.
when you're in LA, in certain parts of LA, it's like, well, probably going to be a murder any hour now, so I might have to deal with
Yeah.
that. I get it, but
yeah.
I was talking to Dylan at the expo, and like,
Yeah.
he seemed really optimistic. Like now that time has passed, but he actually said the thing that came good from it was because they broke into that side property, like through the wall. He was able to actually take over that property, like he
Yeah,
wanted
exactly.
to begin with.
Yeah.
So you can
yeah, he's in the
expand his
process
store.
right now.
so it was Dylan. No, I'm just kidding.
Dylan himself.
No.
He was the insurance money.
Do you feel like it ever could be someone who's in the scene? Do you think that's or in the realm of possibility?
Possibly, man, because there is a lot of people that hate successful people.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, like I see it a lot, man.
Yeah, I bet you do.
So if they see that you're getting thousands and thousands of dollars of inventory coming in
Doing what you love.
yeah, and they understand the sacrifices that owners have to make to even get to that point, and
Yeah.
the first thing they think of is, let me screw this guy over, let me
Yep.
break his stuff and steal his games or whatever.
Yeah,
inventory
I
they
never
have.
understand when people put down certain people's jobs or living or way they make income because we don't know. None of us know. We only know
Yeah.
what we know. We know the sacrifice that goes into a convention.
Yeah.
You guys know the sacrifice that go into a game store. Ricky knows the sacrifices of his day job. You know the sacrifices. So I say, like, when anybody's doing their job and they're doing it to the best of their abilities, like, praise them. I don't care if you're a janitor, cleaning toilets, but you're doing it with pride and doing it with your best. Praise to you.
Yeah.
Awesome. I never understand the constant hatred for any. It doesn't even have to be resellers or video game stores or city workers. It could be anything.
Yeah, exactly,
Right. It's always
yeah.
like, man, if someone's putting their heart and their soul into what they do and they're proud to do it the way they do it, I
Yeah.
don't understand the need to hate on people. But
Yeah.
And my guess is it definitely is. I don't know how much you would say in the community they are, but I guarantee it was somebody that had been in your store before, and it's somebody that
Yeah,
probably
most
knows
likely,
the value
yeah.
of things. I don't know if you ever went back and looked at your cameras, but at some point, I guarantee you that guy was in there. And we've caught
Yeah.
a few of our thieves. I've had a couple break-ins over the years, and we've caught a couple of them, and they were always by going back like a day or two. One time the guy was wearing like certain sneakers or like the outfit we were able to identify, and we were able to look in our store credit records. And these were this is in Connecticut. These are actual break-ins where somebody broke in the back door and stole stuff. And I think we've caught 2 of them. and the police arrested them. Yeah. And they were people that had been in there.
Was it you who was with me at Balboa, where that store had the pictures of everyone printed out?
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
There was this little like cute boutique store, like in a very, very rich, wealthy area, and they like almost like make it comical. They print out like color printed pictures of people, and they write out mean things about them and what they stole and why. Like, look at this lady, must be so poor she can't afford this $4.99 bracelet that I had. Look at this Jag alone. If you see him, make sure and make fun of him to his face. He stole a T-shirt from a small business, and they just have like all on the wall. And I'm like, wow, they are like. It's almost like putting a funny twist on it to publicly shame them.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Like the interesting thing too is a lot of times just look like regular people.
Dude, you wouldn't even think
like
that.
A 13-year-old little blonde girl or something like he. Like,
We have a wall like that in the back of our stores. But
is it all like? Is it all Blake just back there?
The wall of shame.
We got Ricky.
You should put it on for like Retro Plus, but Most Wanted.
I think we do put Most Wanted or something. Yeah, we have them.
That's actually great.
And I leave them like so that I tell the employees, just get this face in your head. If they ever come back, we want to just ask them to leave. But 9 out of 10 times, those thieves just keep coming back. Even after we've told them to leave before. Literally been like, stop coming back. And I've told the story of that guy that was stealing the Pokemon cards that chased him down.
Yeah, came back.
He was back next week.
Trying to get another deal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The freebie deal.
You should have gone for the choke slam, bro.
I wasn't there the second time.
Have they ever like when they steal something, they try to trade it in? They ever got like
I have
a situation like that?
Yeah.
We're like, wait a second, when did you buy this? You know, like
Yeah, we did that at Retro Ricks with Caleb. Remember that guy who got the $1 deal?
All I know is Caleb stole trash from Retro Rick's garbage and sold it online.
No, that was me.
That was him.
No, that's what I meant. Curtis did. Curtis took trash from Retro Rick's garbage and sold it online. Retro Rick's garbage.
But I labeled it as that. It was a
like,
gimmick. It was 100% a gimmick.
all pieces of paper.
Like pieces of paper and like a paper clip.
Yeah. No, but it was a gimmick. We definitely it was one of those.
But it was
things.
funny. It was still
funny.
That's funny.
No, I was gonna bring up like an idea, like as values start to increase with like collectibles and all that, like how do you think that we could like track it in the sense of like barcodes or serial numbers with things that like are $5,000, like other than like price charting and all that, like almost a public site for game store owners to be able to track that type of stuff?
I don't know, man, because if you start like investing into like I think of like the spider wraps, right, that they put on like drills when you go to Home Depot, you see that spider wrap, right?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't know, should it go that extreme where you have to put crazy stuff like that? Because I don't know what else to protect it.
I'll tell you how I've stopped it is we don't sell super high-end stuff in the store anymore. It all goes online. Like all the Pokemon cards, I won't put Pokemon cards out that are more than $35.
Has that affected your overall income?
No. It's just I would rather sell the super high-end stuff. The more high-end stuff we put out, $1,000 Panzer Dragoons and like $500 Charizards.
Okay, that's smart.
Thieves come in and they just say, "Oop, I want that. Yep, let's break into this place." And so we just keep the threat. I'll still put out like $200-$300 games, but the big expensive stuff we just don't put it out.
Now, if people come to the front desk though and they're like, "Hey, do you happen to have blah blah blah?" and you know it's in the back, will you tell them like, "Oh, let me go pull it out for you"?
Maybe.
Okay,
Maybe.
depending on how you feel.
Well, we only do online out of one store, so it's really the other stores that might not have that high-end stuff. But I mean, really just high-end stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, do you think it would be a way to like I said, like a serial number to track that type of stuff?
I mean, you can get those site. Like we used to do it when we do sell like loose discs online, and loose discs. To me, this is theft too. Like on Amazon, when we used to sell on Amazon, it happens on eBay too. You sell a loose disc, Super Smash Brothers, and then instant return. And I'm like, we tested that game. I know that game works.
The switcheroo.
And there's a whole scam of just people doing that. In fact, I read recently a whole article on Amazon about people just scamming other things, not just video games, with returns, right?
Yeah.
Sending broken stuff back. So what we were doing was we were putting, what was it? It's like a black light marker.
It's like invisible.
Yeah. And so we would write on the disc, and then when it got returned, we would either do that, or we have like little security stickers we'll put on the discs.
Nice.
So that when they get returned, we can say that is not the disc that we sold you.
Smart.
But to me, that's theft too. That's stealing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It's the same as somebody coming in your store and taking the item from you. In my
I was
opinion.
only saying because, like, I mean, you guys get all the sealed stuff. It's almost like, why not just put a serial code to that sealed thing, right?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like, why? Like, once it gets hit the market or somebody's trying to trade it, and that thing, and somebody gets word of it, like, and it's on a public site, and you guys know about it, that's just easier to find who steals it.
I mean, the only thing you could do is those security stickers. But you can take those off. You know which ones
Yeah.
I'm talking about. They're like peelable ones
Yeah.
that leaves like the layer.
There's so many chemicals out there that you can just
get
also
that off.
peel it off too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if they test it right off the bat, like that should still be on there.
Well, the black light, most people would never know it's on there, so they wouldn't even
Nice.
look to
Pretty
take
smart.
That
that
is
off. But
smart.
you'd have to mark every single game. It's like that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Get to it.
I'm all about saving time.
I know it's time. It's more down to time.
Yeah, it's
But I think video game stores have become a target so much, right? Because we have the price of these things have gone up and they're not traceable, right?
Yeah.
You go steal an iPhone, good luck trying to sell it. But you
Yeah.
steal Panzer Dragoon,
yeah.
Yeah.
here it
That's it.
goes out on the open market.
Yeah, besides video game stores, I think the TCG stores get hit even harder, man.
The card ones, trading cards.
Yeah.
Have they been getting hit? I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, like I seen it in different states too, man. It's really bad. Because like I said, it's not traceable.
Not traceable.
So those single cards, with the top loaders and all that.
Yeah.
The slaps too. You could just crack it open,
It literally makes my skin like just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you are literally like let's just say you had a cabinet that was worth, I don't know, 10K. Well, you literally have 10K in your pocket now.
Yeah.
You know
Because it's
what I'm
easy to
saying?
carry.
It's that easy.
Yeah, and the only thing that prevents that stuff, like I said, is like, obviously when you get a card graded, it becomes on the market with PSA, and then you can track it. That's the only way.
Yeah, but then again,
Just
just
still
crack it
break it.
open,
Crack it open,
not traceable no more.
and that's a resubmit, right?
What if you found out who the guys were, or guy was, and you walk into an elevator with them? What would you say or do? Honestly.
He just turns to Curtis.
I mean, I'll have to pull the guns out, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my intent is not to
Yeah.
kill
Yeah.
you, but
Yeah.
torture you a bit.
Yeah.
Shoot you in the leg.
So you'd let loose.
Shoot you in the kneecap for you not to walk no more.
Yeah. A good
know?
kneecap. Yeah.
I'd rather you suffer for the rest of your life than
Yeah.
just die quickly.
yeah, feed him
you
blue
know?
cheese.
The ultimate.
cheese,
That
oh.
Rice Krispies
That might be too
and
much.
Raisin Bran.